To be a shrew is to be unapologetic, to not be small, to not package yourself tiny.
So the old definition of to be a shrew was a woman who was ill-tempered, difficult, argumentative, aggressive, too opinionated. But now I would say to be a shrew in the modern day is to be a woman who has full autonomy over herself, her voice, her body, her boundaries. And I would also want to say that to be a shrew is to honour our ancestors, to honour the women from our past and our present and those of our future, and to reclaim what was once lost, taken or forgotten, and to bring it back into the light, our light, the collective brightness shared throughout us. So I would say to everyone now, to all women, be more of a shrew. Hi Shrews, and welcome to the second episode of the Shrew series, a space we're holding to amplify the voices of untamed women. With each episode, we hope to bring to you sparks of conversation and thoughts. Our second piece today, written and performed by Sarah Mayhew, explores the themes of womanhood in the space of beauty standards, menopause, aging, and the chasing of youth to maturity. It is a piece that delivers the message of reclamation and empowerment. So let's delve into our second act. Sarah is an actor, director, and new writer, and she has worked extensively across TV, film, theatre, and radio, both in the UK and internationally. Recent screen credits include a new feature film for MGM, directed by Michael B. Jordan, a new Disney Plus series, ITV's Tell Me Everything, ITV's award-winning Professor T, Hitmen Series 2, Toast of Tinseltown, White Gold, and the award-winning film My Brother is a Mermaid. She has always championed new writing and founded Platform Theatre Company, as well as co-founding the female-led theatre company Old Trunk, creating narratives centering female voices and stories. So please welcome our second writer and also a brilliant performer, Sarah Mayhew.
What do you mean collagen doesn't fucking work? Oh, this is... I can't... What does this mean? What the fuck am I going to do? Age? Oh, I'm fucking exhausted. I have spent approximately £3,762 on supplements and potions. Only ones in pipette bottles, because, you know, science. And now it doesn't fucking work. I mean... Was I meant to take it with magnesium or vitamin C? Or should it be sewn into the yarns of my clothes? I don't know. I spent hours scrolling, and in the end, the 22-year-old with perfect hair, teeth, skin tells me something is literally life-changing, and then she taps her nails on it. Sold! I'm tired. So I buy it, and she doesn't need this shit. She's bouncy and pert and dewy, of course she is. She's 22 and lovely, and I sound like a bitter old hag, a crone, because that's how I'm meant to feel. This is not by chance. This is by intention. And who are we even kidding? She's probably AI. I'm buying something to turn back time from a person who has never even looked in a mirror. Jealous of her. When I look in a mirror, I don't even get who's staring back at me. Everything needs to stop falling and shrinking. Where are my lips? I mean, I've never been Angelina Jolie, but now they are literally disappearing into my actual mouth. It's like a cat's ass down there. Eyelids flapping about my face, crazy fucking eyebrows, singular hairs growing at alarming rates. And then there's the fog. The mind-boggling fog, the fog that is beyond, oops, left my keys in the fridge, ha ha. This is different level. This is elite fog. Chaos. Clumsy. I don't remember words. Can't make one decision. Leaving the house is a fucking mission, and nothing about it is calm. Everything feels like a Tasmanian devil whirling in a hot, sweaty mess, looking for keys, a water bottle, that book, making a coffee, and then with 4 seconds to go, deciding, I must do the washing up. Make a smoothie. Clean that light switch that's been bugging me for weeks. Ooh, start the opening chapter of that novel I really must write. And when I do leave the house, I have to stop because I swear I have forgotten something. Something major. Like, clothes. Like actual clothes. I have to stop and check if I'm fully clothed or am I naked from the waist down. I mean, you hear about that, right? Boobs falling out, fanny in the wind. Hair. Falling out hair. Thinning hair, crazy wiry hair, and a face that looks like a particularly fuzzy peach. And please, for the love of God, can someone tell me why just one armpit smells like an onion? What the fuck? My clothes don't fit. My tits are as big as the moon. I'm bloated. I'm crazy. I feel brittle. Menopause is kicking my continually sagging arse. Oh. I do like my nose. And my actual eyeballs are all right. And my belly button. It's an innie. And so, I've built an army. An army of peptides, ceramides, retinol and vitamin C. Hyaluronic acid, glycolic acid, any acid, rice water, magnesium and gut health powders, cellulite scrub, thread lifts, Botox, facelifts, face peel, fillers and flips, plasma pens, turkey teeth, anyone? Silk pillowcases and LED masks, vagina cream. Because not only is your face and body repulsive, now your vag is turning to dust. Snail mucus, salmon sperm, bird poo, actual nightingale shit. If someone packaged up camel shit and told us our face would be as smooth as the day we were born, would we do it? Yeah, probably. And pay 200 quid for the pleasure. Shit on your face. Oh, and how can I forget anything that has anti-aging on the package? Anti-fucking-aging? Why anti? Because we don't like it. We are anti it. And also, we are not allowed to do it. It takes a day to put it all on, eat it, swallow it, mix it, slather it, inject it. I need to look dewy and plumped. Oh, but only in the face, because skinny is back. So shove the lumpy bits into shapewear. Push it, squeeze it, harder, tighter. And then you take it all off and sleep. Wrong! That saggy, liney, droopy face? Pretty disgusting. I mean, you've let yourself go. Is that meant to be your jawline? Oh dear. Don't worry. You have hours of time to do something about it. Tape it. Strap it. Wrap it. There isn't a minute in our 24 hours that should be wasted on anything other than turning back time. Crepey skin, dull skin, sagging skin. Plump it, strip it, lift it, erase it. That's me. That's my face. That's living. That's life. And while we are spending all of that time, energy and money smoothing it out, cinching it in, becoming smaller and more digestible, being oh so neat and trim, being everything to everyone, whether we are bright and brand new or in our raisin era, the bloom of youth or the invisibility cloak of menopause, the noise and bluster of the patriarchy keeps on thundering forward, taking up space, taking away our rights. Well, fuck that shit. Let's be visible with our lines and life and dry vaginas. I'm not going to become digestible and palatable. Seen and not heard? Fuck that. I want to be loud and messy, and I don't need to be smooth like an egg to say the shit I want to say and do the things I want to do. I want to roar like a motherfucking crone.
Sarah has written numerous pieces for the Storytelling Nights Damn Right and Tales and Ales, as well as sketches including April Fool Fandango with Russell Kane. She was involved in the script development and creative direction of Old Trunk shows Pram Kicker and Fran and Lenny, published by Bloomsbury. Sarah has recently performed her work in New York with actor-director Jennifer Esposito in the I'm Sorry monologues. And being a multifaceted artist, as the writer and performer of this episode's piece, we obviously had to talk to her all about it. All right, Sarah, so what I'm going to ask then, first question, has to be, what first sparked this piece for you? And was there a moment, like a conversation or feeling that wouldn't let you go?
Yes, to all of those. So the first, the spark was actually taking a class with Jennifer Esposito. So American actress, director, all-round excellent human. And I was in a class with her, and she puts you into a meditation, and all of a sudden, I could smell this smell that was like a hair gel from, I think, when I was about 12 and had bought from Boots. And it, go with me on this. And it took me forward into this piece of writing that I did. I don't know where it came from. It literally vomited itself out of these beauty standards and the products and the expectations and it just fell out of me. And that was the spark.
That was the spark. What was the smell? What was the thing?
It was a green, gloopy hair gel that you bought from Boots. And it's a specific one, and I can smell it every now and again. I'll smell it and I'm like, that's it. But I don't have it. Like, it's not in my room. I don't have it. It just entered my nose. I don't know. I can't explain it. But yeah, it's a childhood smell that just appeared. Ironically, I had had COVID a few days before and couldn't smell.
Oh my God, it must have been really strong then to push through.
So yeah, this smell pushed right through the non-ability to smell and ended with this word vomit.
I mean, it's such a piece though, and because the amount of just products and the beauty industry as a whole is insane. But when you've gone and laid it out in one hit, it just highlights just how much it is and how overstimulating it is when you're just walking into one of these stores and all you want is one thing, and you're being thrown, obviously a multi-billion or million industry, and you're just like, I just want some moisturizer.
Yeah, I just came in for earbuds. That's it. Why have I now got salmon sperm on my face?
Okay, I feel I have to ask, what do you think, or when you think about womanhood, like now versus earlier in your life, pre-green gloop, what feels most different?
I think that it's shoved down your face, in the sense that I have never really done that whole... I've never really thought about it. That sounds so weird. But younger me didn't really think about it. I was just doing my thing, living my life, being a human on the planet, right? And older me is then like, the power of womanhood. So now it's just a narrative that's in my life.
Mm.
So I don't know that anything... Well, we talk about it more. There's that. We talk about it more. And I'm not sure that I discussed womanhood, whatever that, in all its inclusivity as well, what that means. We just got on with it. And so now in a world, I think that we talk about it more, which is great. That's a great thing.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that, I mean, I obviously don't know about like the younger generations now. You'd hope that there's a bit more conversation the younger you are, and there's like kind of that openness. But
Yeah.
so, okay, so how did you hope then? I'm going to ask, how did you hope from this piece, or like the listener would kind of get from it when they heard it? Because, you know, you being the writer and the performer just really does the whole full cycle thing, because you can really, really hear how, you know, how passionate you are about it. So how do you hope that, yeah, listeners kind of feel towards this, or any sort of open conversation that would come from it?
I just wanted people to just take a second and go, oh, yeah.
Mm.
Because I think it's very easy to just get completely in the cycle. And believe me, I ain't a person that's got like empty drawers of like no products. I buy the products, I'm in it. So I wanted people to go, oh, stop. Really? What's this for? The anti-aging thing, anti-aging, we're anti-age. Yeah. Women, no, don't age. So I wanted people to go, fuck, yeah, we do that. Let's just take a minute. Do I need to really be this deep in? Do I really need? What do I need, and what do I want to? Yeah, just take a minute. That's what I wanted.
If you could then rewrite like one societal rule about women and aging, what would it be?
Let them.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them, and don't dismiss them.
Yeah, no more dismissing, 100%.
Don't dismiss. Yeah, let them live to their full power.
Yeah. It's there's so much power in femininity and womanhood.
Yeah.
I love that. Let them be, guys.
Let them be, please.
I would love to know then, is there anything coming up in the next year that you'd want to mention in terms of writing or performance, or anything that's happening? And also Instagram, social media, is a way for people to follow you or check out what you're doing?
Yes. Well, there is actually. 2025 was quite busy as an actor for me, so I've got a couple of things coming out in 2026. So that's fun, and I'll probably start yelling about that on social media at some point. Gotta have the wins. And I am at Houston, HEWSTON on Instagram. Writing wise, yes. So this piece combined with the longer piece that I did for the I'm Sorry monologues, I have started a play, but I ran away to the circus. One of my first jobs was in a Mexican circus as a dancer, where so I was cut into 10 pieces. A duck turned into me. I was the elastic lady. I had feathers and fishnets. Sorry. I ran away to the circus, basically. So what I'm writing is about almost beauty standards, but within the context of a circus. And growing up as someone who was sent to dance school, dance classes. So it's a package of all of those bits and pieces coming up. I don't know when though.
Coming up, TBC. Anybody that's interested, please get in touch with Sarah to commission this and turn it into a TV show. One last question. Work to instinct and how you feel, but I'd love to end this one and this piece, which is so filled with ownership, acceptance, and celebration of being a woman in its entirety. So what would you say being a shrew could mean in the sense of flipping the script on its origins, in its meaning to becoming something new?
I think the shrew, what is the actual definition of a shrew?
All right. For Shakespearean's early modern audience, a shrew or a shrewish woman, was someone who lacked self-control, who was posed to as a threat to others, a woman who is argumentative, nagging, and ill-tempered. I mean, honestly.
I love that. Okay, I'm going to say this then. So I am from Essex. So I am an Essex girl, and I'm very, very used to the Essex girl jokes. I'm very, very used to being judged for being an Essex girl. There's a whole load of stuff there, but I'm also a member of the Essex Girl Liberation Front. And we successfully changed because we're in the dictionary, the Essex girl is in the dictionary. We successfully changed, well, you can't take it out, but we got it being named as archaic. So in that, it was like sexually promiscuous, devoid of taste, blah, blah, blah. That was the Essex girl description. So we did that, but we owned it.
What's the underline to that? Because, Essex girl, being promiscuous, is that just a woman who is celebrating and has control and autonomy over her own sexuality?
Sexually promiscuous just meant, we have our own sexuality, we understand it. So I'd say the flip is owning the authentic meaning of those words.
Imagine this. 2 female artists join forces to push the boundaries where creativity meets activism, and art becomes a catalyst for cultural shift. We're Art from Heart, an award-winning organization amplifying eco-feminist voices and supporting artists who turn creativity into social impact. If you believe art can move hearts before policy shifts, join the movement at artfromheart.co.uk.
There's no one way to be a woman. Every version is valid. Comedy lets us celebrate all of it.
We're using laughter to build a community, celebrate individuality, and lift each other up.
We are Bitches and Stitches, an all-femi comedy group smashing glass ceilings one show at a time.
And before we wrap up on this episode, I did want to take a moment for this segment that we call the Shrews Spotlight. This is where we spotlight female-driven organisations and companies whose work feels quietly radical, especially in spaces where women have historically been ignored, dismissed, or just told to get on with it. In this episode, I want to draw attention to a number of organisations working around menopause, midlife health, women's body image and celebration, areas that for far too long have been treated as either a punchline, a personal failure, or a monetary opportunity. What stood out to me about each of their work isn't just the information that they provide, but the tone. It's practical, unapologetic, and grounded in the belief that women don't become less relevant as they age. We become more ourselves. We weren't able to speak to them directly for this episode, but their mission really echoes what we've been talking about today. The idea that beauty doesn't disappear with age, it just stops performing. If you're navigating menopause, questioning the stories you've been told about getting older, or simply craving language that doesn't shame or soften the experience, these are the spaces and the ones to feel more seen, understood, and supported. We'll link their work in the show notes and on Substack. This isn't sponsored, it's just noticed and appreciated. So in this, we'd love to spotlight the Menopause Charity and Noon, both wonderful organisations that are there to amplify voices of women as we age. And before we finish the episode, we can't leave until we hear more of you all on when you were a shrew.
I was a shrew when I was about 23. I did stand-up comedy for the first time, and I was feeling very proud of myself up until this old man comes up to me and said that a young girl like me shouldn't have spoken the way that I did up on stage, and I carried so much shame that I didn't do stand-up again for a couple of years. And now, and since then, every time that I'm lewd and crude, I do it as a big fuck you to that guy.
I was a shrew when I ignored the advice of two men at my uni who told me I had to stop being so nice if I wanted to make it in the industry because I would be seen as a pushover. And I'm doing pretty okay now, and they were wrong.
I was a shrew when I stopped doing my lazy boyfriend's laundry. Eventually, he ran out of underwear and realised that I had stopped. So he now does both our laundry.
I was a shrew when I listened to a female-led podcast with two wonderful women who were giving career advice. And they mentioned a piece of gold dust that I would like to pass on, in that women tend to sell themselves short when it comes to their careers. And in the business world, they tend to go in already having negotiated themselves down when they're asking for a raise. And in the end, they go in asking for less than they wanted to and less than they deserve. And then sometimes they get negotiated down even further than that. And many women were saying that they related to it, and I was one of them. So what I did was, when the time came for me to ask for a promotion and a pay rise, I simply went in with the number in mind that I wanted. When I was told that perhaps they wouldn't be able to meet that, I said I respectfully disagree, and I gave the reasons why I should get the number that I had requested. I gave them a week to think about it, and I got the pay rise. So that's when I felt most like a shrew, and I encourage other women to do the same thing. Don't negotiate yourself out of the room before you're even in it.
I was a shrew when I dated a guy who told me that I had to choose between my career and having children. He said I couldn't have it all. I chose to tell him to fuck off.
So for now, and until the final episode, Shrews, keep reclaiming your space and voices. And if you fancy telling us when you were last a shrew, then we would love to hear from you. So if you want to continue to chat, share, and maybe even collaborate, then please do head over to our Instagram page, The Shrew Series, or jump onto Substack, led by Together We Are Uninhibited, for the full interview with Sarah today. And if you fancy, hit subscribe. Bye for now, Shrews, until the final act. And the boring bits we need to just add here. For the legal stuff, please note that no work performed in this series is automatically consented for external and third-party performance use. The IP remains solely to the writer and/or creative of the performed pieces, and any interest in usage needs to be agreed with said writer and/or creative to refrain from any breach of copyright. And bye for now, until the next scene in the story.